Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to lesson 20 in Hadith. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Wa salatu wa tamu taslim ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in wa ba'd. Continuing in Saheeh alBukhari by Imam Bukhari rahimahullah. Come to Kitab al-Hiyal, book of tricks, and Kitab al-Ta'abir, book of interpretation of dreams. So we start with the first book, which is of Hiyal. So Hiyal, just tricks, the singular is Hiyal, Hila, with the ta marbuta at the end, and Hiyal is the plural, and that is to do a trick. So meaning the tricks that are permissible in the Sharia, and there's tricks that are not permissible. So obviously the tricks that are not permissible are the ones that you're cheating, you're duping, you're deceiving somebody. But the tricks that are permissible, it's like, so a trick is it's achieving a specific purpose, but in a way that's concealed or disguised. So whatever that purpose is. So the purpose is that good. If it's good, then obviously it's going to be a good thing. If its purpose is bad in the first place, then it's going to be not a good hiyal, not a good trick. It comes in the Quran. So we have the Prophet Dawud alayhi salam and Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam, and in the Hadith as well. But in the Quran, obviously, is mentioned the story of in Prophet Dawud alayhi salam's time, that a man came, because he was a king prophet, just like Prophet Sulaiman, his son, and they both were king prophets, and they both were judges as well. But the Prophet ﷺ, when he was offered, be a king prophet or a man prophet, like he said, I want to be just a man prophet, I don't want to be a king prophet. So Prophet Dawud alayhi, a case came to him once that there was two fields and the two owners, one owner who had sheep, his sheep went into the other garden and then it destroyed all the crops. So Prophet Dawud alayhi, he ruled in favor of the one whose crops were destroyed, that he take the other owner's sheep. But Prophet Sulaiman, obviously trying to make his, in a trick kind of way, in a purpose to try and get to a better solution, he came with to resolve this, he came with the solution that, actually the one whose sheep destroyed the other person's crops, the person whose crops are destroyed, let him keep the sheep, let him benefit from the sheep, from its milk, from its wool, and then when his crops have restored back to the normal how it was before being destroyed, return the sheep back to the other owner. So this way then both parties benefit, even though Prophet Dawud Islam's ruling was correct as well. So this was a better option. Now they both will benefit, otherwise in Prophet Dawud Islam's option, one would kind of have, you lose the sheep, so it'd be a worse off situation. So this was that way to try and get to that concealed way to get to a better solution in front of his father, to show him that there's a better option. So that's mentioned in the Quran. From the Hadith as well, at the time of Prophet Sulaiman Islam, there was two mothers, one older in age, one younger, and a wolf or a fox took one of their children. So now they're both claiming that one child remaining is theirs. So Prophet Dawud Islam, he judged in favor of the older woman. Prophet Sulaiman Islam came with a trick to this way to try and get to the truth and to the correct decision through this kind of hiyal. And this was that he said, okay, bring the child, let's cut it in two pieces and then give one piece each to each of the mothers. So obviously the true mother, the real mother would, her heart would come forth, and it would want, with that mercy that she would, who the true mother was, she came forward and she said, no, let the other woman keep it. I do not want to see the child being cut into two, which is obviously going to kill the child. So this was that way to do that. So this is that book, and we come into the first hadith, Bab. بسنادنا متصل المشايخنا جزاهم الله خير الإمام بخاري في صحيحه أنه قال حدثنا محمد بن كثير عن سفيان عن هشام عن عروة عن زينب ابنة سلمة عن سلمة عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال. So the Prophet ﷺ has said, narrated by Salama radiallahu anha, the mother of the believers, إنما أنا بشر وإنكم تختصمون, that I am only a man, the Prophet ﷺ is saying, and you all are always, you all are arguing and having disputes. وَلَعَلَّ بَعْضَكُمْ أَنْ يَكُونَ أَلْحَنَ بِحُجَّتِهِ مِنْ بَعْضٍ. And it may be that one of you, in your disputes, one side is more, better in providing the proofs, providing the evidences for their case, that so they win. They may pay for better lawyers, better solicitors, who come out with that more better proofs, even though they may be in the false, maybe in the wrong. وَأَقْضِي لَهُ عَلَى نَحْوِ مَا أَسْمَعُ. So I then judge according to what I hear, and that's what judges do. So this is now the Prophet ﷺ telling us as his role as a judge, and he's trying to teach future generations, future judges, how to judge in decisions. And that is, فَمَنْ قَضَيْتُ لَهُ مِنْ حَقِّ أَخِيهِ شَيْئًا فَلَا يَأْخُذْهُ فَإِنَّمَا أَقْطَعُ لَهُ قِطْعَةً مِنَ النَّارِ. So whosoever I judge, and when I'm saying judge by whatever evidence is provided in front, with one side sometimes being better but being in the wrong, I judge accordingly, and sometimes it's against the right of the other person who is the truthful. So in this case, then do not take whatever has been ruled in your favor, because it is like a piece. It's like I've cut a piece of the fire for you. So the Prophet ﷺ saying, whatever is haram for you in the first place, just because the judge has ruled in your favor and you won, although you were not in the right, or you provided the proofs and evidences, but it wasn't really, it wasn't yours in the first place, or however the context may be of the case. Whatever is haram is always going to remain haram. It doesn't become halal just because it doesn't become permissible, or it's become now acceptable for you because the judge has ruled in your favor. So this is a lesson for judges as well. This is the Prophet ﷺ saying, I judge with my state as a man, and come to the level of men and judging, not being to the level of the Prophet, meaning of nubuwah, of being able to have knowledge of the unseen, as the Prophet ﷺ had knowledge of the unseen. No, I've come down to the level of to show for future examples. He was a perfect example for judges as well. You don't judge by your knowledge, you judge by what's in front of you. But even if when you do judge by what's in front of you, one side may have more better obviously case, even though they may be not the truthful ones. So also the people, whoever receiving the right end of the dispute, even though they may be in the wrong, it's not become halal for you now just because the judge has ruled in your favor. So this process I'm teaching future generations how to judge, how to in cases in disputes. That's by the knowledge in front of you. So the Prophet also did that, and he didn't judge by. He would have known it if through prophethood, if he wanted to know who was the truthful one or not. This is not the way how then the future generations will be able to judge. So this is Prophet ﷺ showing again his perfection, that he was the Allah SWT created. Then we have Kitab al-Ta'bir, and Kitab al-Ta'bir is about the interpretation of dreams. Same is named Ta'bir because you actually abara, ya'buru is to traverse, to cross. So we're crossing from the apparentness of this dream, the outer, seems apparent, but to the inner, and that's what it's about, the interpretation. What's the inner, or what is the meaning of this dream that we see? Because there's always a deeper meaning and hidden meaning inside. You see something, but you don't know the meaning of, and that's where that needs to be interpreted. And obviously never make a lie about any kind of dream, because that you're lying about Allah, because dreams are from Allah, as you'll see. So Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam, he was one of the ones who interpreted dreams. This was one of his ayah signs that of his prophethood, as we know most famously in his stories. So it tells you about that ru'ya. This dreams is from Allah, is also a part of nubuwah, prophethood, as Prophet would also see true dreams, as I'll mention in a bit. And the chapter is Bab Ar-Ru'ya As-Salihah Juz'un min Sittati wa Arba'ina Juz'an min An-Nubuwah. So Ar-Ru'ya with Alif, this is now meaning the dream that you see at night when you're sleeping, because Ar-Ru'ya with the Ta marbuta is a vision that you see with the eyes, so you're awake. And then Ar-Ra'i is an opinion, so like just the opinion of the four madhabs, and so Ar-Ra'i, we use that for that term. But they all have the Ra, Hamza, Ya, and as the three root letters in the Arabic. Ar-Ru'ya with Alif, meaning dream that you see at night and when you're sleeping. Ar-Ru'ya As-Salihah Juz'un min Sittati wa Arba'una Juz'an min An-Nubuwah. That a pious dream, which is also a true dream, is one part of 64 from parts of a prophethood. So ru'ya is also from prophecy, that you get, it's wahi. I mean, wahi is stopped by after the passing of the Prophet ﷺ. There's no more wahi to come, revelation, and knowledge of the unseen. The Prophet ﷺ brought us that. But ar-ru'ya, it's the Prophet ﷺ would receive revelation in many different types and forms. Sometimes you would see it in dreams as well, just like the Isra Mi'raj, this miraculous spiritual night journey. He went in person, but before he went, he kept seeing that months before that this was to happen. So he saw that he saw what was going to come. Prophet, this is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's way of preparing His Prophet for what was about to come. So وعنه بقال حدثنا مسدد حدثنا عبد الله بن يحيى بن أبي كثير وأثنى عليه خيرا وقال لقيته باليمامة عن أبيه حدثنا أبو سلمة عن أبي قتادة عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. So Abu Qatada, he is the narrator of this hadith. He says that the Prophet said, الرؤيا الصالحة, the pious dream, the true dream, min Allah, is from Allah. So dreams can be from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. والحلم من الشيطان, and nightmares is from shaitan. So true dreams, anything that you see in a dream that we are happy about, it's pleasing, it's nice on the heart, and you feel joyous, you feel really nice, serene, your heart is so calm and peaceful, it's from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you share it. As for the nightmares, it's from shaitan, and you do not share it. فإذا حلم, so if you have had a nightmare, فأحدكم فليتعوذ, you say أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم منه, فليتعوذ منه وليبصق عن شماله, and then you should spit on your left. When we say spit, with a little bit of a fluid, meaning because of the severity of this dream, the panic. Shaitan dreams are with panic, with fear, they feel hard on the heart, and there's always worry and trouble in that. So you seek refuge from Allah, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem, from the accursed shaitan, and then you turn your left and you spit. And this is a bit more of because of a severe dream, yabsuq, but sometimes it comes in another hadith in other places, yatful or yanfuth. This is to spit but with air. So you do a lighter version, or yabsuq, more heavier version, not like as if really fluid is going to come out, but you can do a lighter version of spitting and a more harder, a thicker version of spitting in a way. I'll leave that to you. عن شماله, from the left. فإنها لا تضره, and the dream's not, the nightmares are not going to harm you. It's in a dream, but it's obviously startled you. You've woken up. So do as the Prophet's sunnah was, and do not share it from shaitan. There's also other kind of dreams that you have, which is from your own nafs, because you're mushtaq about something. You have the longing for something, throughout your day and throughout your life, throughout that period, and then that you have a dream. It's about all that kind of stuff, whatever you've been longing for throughout the day. So you want to have good dreams, pious, true dreams. Be true in your life, true throughout the day. So when you sleep, in your dreams, you see that kind of truth as well. And the opposite is true as well. If your day is full of lies and all sorts, your dreams will be such that as well. It'll be all full of lies, and so it'll be such mixed and matched. Like so you're not understanding what it's all about. It's all you don't get that kind of thing because your whole life is kind of generally based on lies. So your dreams are about lies then as well. So dreams, in terms of a few types of dreams, like the interpretation in general, we have so if you're drinking milk in your dream, that's like as if you're drinking knowledge. So milk is a reference to knowledge. So inshallah that means knowledge inshallah will be attained. You are also you are fully clothed. You have clothes, but in your dream you see from your clothes you've gone to like a more better state of clothes. That's like for your tawbah has been accepted. You come with more better nice clothes. So if you're doing tawbah, it's like it moved you to that kind of state. Allah accepted your tawbah. The opposite is true as well, that if you're wearing just whatever clothes you're wearing, but you're going to a more worse or ragged version, you're going towards disobedience. It's a sign you're going towards disobedience and to wrong things. There's also dreams that if you see the head falling off, your head chopped off, coming off, rolling off, it's like you're losing status in society, you're losing money or status in society. We have also about how clothed you are. So if you are fully naked, it's like, you know, you're losing your deen, you're losing your religion. However, if you're kind of clothed, but then your private parts are generally the exposed, the ones that's naked there, you know, you're losing taqwa, you're losing God fearing, God consciousness. You know, there's little taqwa in your life. So, you know, you need to then, you know, rebalance your life and make sure it's more correct. And then if you see yourself deceased in a dream, now if you're a pious person and you see yourself deceased, that means, you know, you have killed your desires. You know, so you kill the nafs al-ammara bisu, the one that you know, the three types of nafs al-lawama, nafs ammara bisu, mutma'inna, the nice tranquil kind of soul, the one that drives you to evil kind of soul, the conscious, and also the one that's rebuking, reproaching you, the conscious kind of thing that tells us that, oh, what we're doing is wrong. If it was a sinner seeing it, this kind of dream that you see yourself deceased in the dream, that means, you know, you are killing your conscious. You're seeing that nafs al-lawama, you're killing that off. So there's not going to be any reproaching or rebuking by your own self. Like, you're just going to go much more into disobedience, into the depths and abyss of such disobedience. A pious man seeing such a dream, he's killing his nafs, he's killing his the one that's driving him to evil. So meaning he's conquered his desires, and it's a good thing. So there's all these kind of interpretations of dreams, and that is, you know, for the ones who interpret dreams, they know best those kind of things. وصلى الله سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وبارك وسلم.